Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about neurocutaneous syndromes. We will learn about three diseases in this neurocutaneous syndrome, which are Sturge-Weber syndrome, neurofibromatosis and tuberous sclerosis. First we will deal with the theory of each of the disorder, and at the end we will go to all the pictures. Okay, first we have a disorder which is Sturge-Weber syndrome. This Sturge-Weber syndrome, here there is port wine stain of the face involving this Sturge-Weber syndrome involves the the child presents with port vein stain involving the two areas of the face, that is the ophthalmic area and also the maxillary areas of trigeminal nerve. Here there is port wine stain is seen in Sturge-Weber syndrome, and this is also associated with focal seizures, which are contralateral focal seizures are seen, and it is also associated with intracranial calcification and glaucoma. So Sturge-Weber syndrome includes port wine stain, focal seizures that are contralateral, then intracranial calcification and glaucoma. Then the next neurocutaneous disorder is neurofibromatosis. Neurofibromatosis is an autosomal dominant condition where it is associated with cave-o-late spots are seen, and it is also associated with Lisch nodules. So these neurofibromatosis are of two types. We have neurofibromatosis 1, which is associated on chromosome 1 for 17, whereas there is second neurofibromatosis is also includes neurofibromatosis 2, which is associated with chromosome 22. Then we have diagnostic criteria of neurofibromatosis are important. So diagnostic criteria include, first there is freckling, that is axillary freckling or inguinal region. Second, presence of Lisch nodules. Third, there can be optic glioma. Actually, optic glioma is the most common tumor which is associated with neurofibromatosis type 1. Then association of family history, that is first degree relative having history of neurofibromatosis or presence of neurofibroma. The fifth diagnostic criteria is presence of neurofibromas, which are 2 or more, or one plexiform neuroma may also be present. Okay, and then there is presence of cave or late spots are seen. These cave light spots should be 6 or more, and they should be more than 5 millimeters in size in pre-pubertal age group, or more than 15 millimeters of size in older children, or they may be more than 15 millimeters of size in older children. Okay, so these are important diagnostic criteria for neurofibromatosis. So okay, what are the diagnostic criteria? They are given by the mnemonic okay, leave about the mnemonic, that's difficult. Okay, the diagnostic criteria are frecklings, that is axillary freckling, Lisch nodule, optic glioma, presence of first degree relative associated with neurofibromatosis, neurofibromas which are 2 or more, or presence of one plexiform neurofibroma. There can be cave light spots which are 6 or more than 5 millimeters in size in pre-pubertal age group, or more than 15 millimeters in size in the older age group. Then we have the next disorder, which is tuberous sclerosis. Tuberous sclerosis, it shows intellectual. Here the baby has intellectual disability, and there is associated with seizures, and the important thing here is skin manifestations. In the skin manifestations, we have adenoma sebaceum are seen, and there is Sjagren patch which is seen in tuberous sclerosis, and also the hypomelanotic or ash leaf macules are also seen in tuberous sclerosis. So if we see the genetic defect in tuberous sclerosis, that is TSC1 gene which is present on chromosome 9, there is defect in TSC1 gene on chromosome 9 and TSC2 gene on chromosome 16. So defect in TSC1 gene on chromosome 9 and defect in TSC2 gene on chromosome 16 comes under tuberous sclerosis. Then if you see the major criteria for tuberous sclerosis, there are almost many, and among them at least 2 are needed for it to satisfy tuberous sclerosis. One, the patient can have pulmonary lymphangioliomyomatosis. Then there can be ungual fibroma. This includes ungual fibroma, Sjagren patch and hypomelanotic macules may be present, and cardiac rhabdomyoma. This also includes hypomelanotic macules, cardiac rhabdomyoma. It includes angiomyolipoma of kidney, and it also includes retinal hamartoma. And also facial angiofibroma, and it also includes astrocytoma, which is a giant cell, and subependymal nodules are seen, and cortical tubers are seen. So among all these criteria, if there are at least 2 criteria positive, then we can call it as tuberous sclerosis. So the criteria are pulmonary lymphangioliomyomatosis, ungual fibroma, Sjagren patches, hypomelanotic macules, cardiac rhabdomyoma, angiomyolipoma of kidney, retinal hamartoma, facial angiofibroma, astrocytoma or giant cell, and subependymal nodules, and cortical tubers. So these are the pictures of ash leaf nodules, which are ash leaf macules, which are seen in tuberous sclerosis. Okay, then if you see the next picture, this is the confetti macules. These are the confetti macules which are seen in tuberous sclerosis again. So in tuberous sclerosis we see adenoma sebaceum. So all these are the adenoma sebaceum which are seen in tuberous sclerosis. This is adenoma sebaceum. Sorry, this is angiofibromatosis. These are angiofibromas of tuberous sclerosis. Here you can see this is the nail, and this is periungual fibroma or Conant's tumor of tuberous sclerosis. Here you can see the small patch which is Sjagren patch of tuberous sclerosis. Then if you see the neurofibromatosis, there are multiple large neurofibromas which are seen in neurofibromatosis. Here this is neurofibromatosis 1. Here in this picture you can see many café-lute spots are seen in the upper part of the chest. So these are many café-lute spots seen in neurofibromatosis. Here you can see many small purple nodules are seen in the back, which are nothing but the neurofibromas. So all these are the pink purple color neurofibromas which are seen over the back. So these are the large pedunculated neurofibromas which are seen on a chest of 56-year-old woman. This is a plexiform neurofibroma which is seen on the sole of the child. These are the important pictures of neurofibromas and neurofibromas and tuberous sclerosis. Thank you for watching. Thank you.